I'm going to teach you today 7 tips on how to go live without a script. Yes, I go live every single time without a script for the last 3 years, every single week. And I have no problems getting engagement and staying focused. So let me teach you my tips and tricks. Hang tight. Hi, my name is Nicole Riley, and I'm the creator of Learn to Go Live. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so the next time I publish a new video, you get notified. The first thing you want to do is write down your points that you want to talk about as bullet points. That's all you want. Why? Why not a script? I can tell you why not a script. How natural does it sound when a person is reading off a script? Not really. At least I don't think so. I know exactly when a reporter is reading off a script, and I know exactly when they don't. So what is more engaging? What is more interesting for you to listen to? A normal person talk or pretty much a robot, right? Because that's pretty much what they pretend to be when they're reading off a script. So don't do that. Write down your bullet points. 3, 5, 7 bullet points of what you want to talk about when you're going live. Like literally have it in order. Write it in nice handwriting. Put a piece of paper in front of you right underneath the camera so you can keep track of things that you already talked about. So that was tip number 1. Tip number 2 is kind of related to the bullet points, and that is have an agenda. And I'm talking literally about the entire thing, the entire show. What's the purpose of the show, of the live video? Yes, I call my live videos shows because I go live every week, the same day, the same location, the same time, the same subject matter, although the content might slightly change once in a while, but the idea of it is exactly the same thing every single time. So for example, I have a crochet page, if you didn't know, and on that crochet page, I do go live every Wednesday, 2 o'clock on Facebook, on my Facebook page for the last 3 years. Sometimes it's 5 o'clock, sometimes 2 o'clock, depending on what's going on. But it's every time the same day, Wednesdays, and every time on my Facebook page. And the idea of that show is WIP Wednesday, WIP standing for work in progress. So we always talk about what are they working on, what am I working on, and what is coming up in the future, meaning progress, anything that has to do with progress, right? So that's what I do. That's why I have a live show. That is my agenda. My agenda is to stick to that subject matter and do it every week consistently. My audience knows when I'm going to be live. They're going to be there. In fact, they have told me that they set their own alarm clock. No matter if I sent them an email reminder or not, they will be there and they're excited to see me. So keep your agenda in place every single time for your specific show that you are going to do or want to have. The next thing I want to give you a tip on is practice. Oh my goodness, we all know it. Practice makes perfect. Never really perfect, but it's getting you very close. What do I mean by that? Well, when you have your bullet points there, right, and you have your agenda in place, then you know exactly what you're going to talk about. But here's the thing. It's nice to have a run through right before. It doesn't have to be exact thing. Like the entire thing doesn't have to be. For example, I show off my crochet projects, literally, okay? So I have my cameras in place and everything. I test things out beforehand. I use Ecamm that allows me to switch cameras, to share my screen, to show them up close what I'm doing, to add music to it, whatever I want, I can do. And then I have it all laid out. I know which buttons to press. I have something called a stream deck. If you don't know what that is, check it out down below. I put a link there. And I'm going to also have a video on that to show you what I use it for. Anyways, I go through it step by step. I don't just have my bullet points of what I'm going to talk about. I also have you can almost want to call it like a mega bullet point thing where I write down exactly, I'm going to say this first, then I'm going to say this, then I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to run through the entire thing so I know exactly if this feels comfortable. I practice and practice and practice. If you've never gone live before, check out my video where I actually teach you how to go live the very, very first time and what you should be doing. I do give you a little tip. What I'm talking about in that video has to do with a secret page where you go live without an audience and you can see yourself how you do it. Check that video out. It is on my YouTube channel. It's called Going Live the Very First Time. The next thing I want you to do is be silly. Yes. Don't be this robot sitting there and not moving around. I move around. You can see while I'm teaching you, I move around. I use my hands, right? I'm one of those hand people. And I smile. I move my face. I move my head, right? And go up and down. And sometimes I show you things on screen, right? Or you have pop-ups happening somewhere. Well, guess what? That keeps the engagement up. And when I be silly, and I actually do that right before too, I dance a little bit. I'm completely like a silly clown, if you want to say it, right? Not a creepy one, a silly one. And just dance around and have fun and listen to music, right? So just be like loosen up, okay? So that you're not like a robot in front of the camera, right? Just be natural. Just pretend you're talking to your best friend and you haven't seen her in a while. And you finally get to see her. And you're going to do it right through the live camera stream. And you pretend that your best friend is right behind there. So I just talked about an important thing, but I do want to kind of emphasize that because I don't want you to just do it before the live start, but also during. And that is moving around with even your hands, your face, leaning in, go away a little bit, go up, go down, show things with your hands, have different perspectives, make sure there's movement in there, not just your body, but if you can have multiple videos or video cameras better, that's even better. Having overlays, something that moves. Yes, text can move too. And as I said, I use Ecamm that allows me literally to press a button here on my Stream Deck that tells Ecamm to put either an overlay on it, a video, music, whatever. Have movement that maybe even makes your audience want to move, right? So anything that allows you to move and keep the engagement up, because a robot is never interesting if they just sit like this and just talk and the only thing you see moving is the mouth. I don't think that's interesting, is it? It makes you pretty sleepy. Well, the next point is kind of related to that, and that is movement in your voice. Go up, go down, right? Have kind of different sounds. Be louder at one point, be quieter at one point. Have music playing. Don't have music playing. Again, remember with the music, you have to be careful if it's copyrightable or if there's any issues with copyright, don't do it. I literally use music from either the Facebook library, they have a sound library, or the YouTube library where it literally says I'm free to use it anywhere I want and I don't have any issues. That music you can use, or play your own music. Literally, if you're a musician or you have family members that are musicians, let them play you something and record a video or like a sound on it, and then you can use that, right? There you go. But yeah, I do make sure that my voice goes up and down and keeps the whole thing interesting. Make sure to do that too. I've seen a lot of people who don't do that. Now, related to that, all that whole subject of movement and low and high tones, also make sure that your camera is right in front of you, right? Or kind of a little bit above you, almost like an angle downwards, you know, but don't do the other way where it's kind of from here upwards, right? Ooh, that's a bad angle. Nobody wants to see your nostrils. Just saying, right? Make sure your lighting is good, and it's all kind of related to your script and your bullet points. You want to be prepared, right, when you go live. Like, you having a party with your best friends, you know, or your best friend, even if it's just one, right? You want to clean up, have it nice, look good, right? Put some makeup on, although you don't need that if you want to be natural, right? Depending on what you teach. But yeah, just be prepared a little bit. And the very last thing, which is in my opinion almost the most important thing on a live video, because when you have let's say an uploaded video, you typically just talk or you show and tell and do whatever, but the one thing they can't do is engage with you. When I say they, I'm talking about your audience. So make sure you are not just talking and talking and talking, but you're also engaging with them. That means check the comment section, answer their questions, show and tell, do something that they want to know, literally please them. Do whatever they want you to do, as long as it's in a, you know, frame of being legal. But you get what I'm saying. Let's say for me, for my crochet page, right, I talk about and show off my crochet projects. Then I answer their questions related to that. Or I ask them a question and they answer me. For example, what color do you want me to use for XYZ pattern? What do you like? What yarn do you like? Yes, I'm hiding my yarn behind here, but I literally pointed, which yarn color do you want? XYZ, right? So why don't you do that? Ask some questions and have them ask you questions, and then it's a back and forth. The only difference is you're on camera and they're in a chat. but it's a back and forth, it's an engagement, and that keeps them happy and makes them stick around. When you call out their name, it's even better because that makes them feel special. If you can use Ecamm like I do, you can have it as an overlay. Literally, I can show you how that looks like. Here, if a person, this was from my last live video, I click on it and show it off. Look, this person said this. Boom! And there it gets the engagement going. I'm like, oh my God, she just showed my name on screen. It is so exciting for them. So when you use a software like StreamYard or Ecamm like I do, then I can do that. And it's really, really fun and they love it. So these are my tips on how to go live without a script at all. Go follow them through and see if that makes an improvement on your live videos. If you want to know more and have more tips and tricks, check out the link in the description and grab your freebie with my further tips and tricks on how to do a live video. Please like, comment, and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell to get a notification the next time I'm live or publish a new video. I hope this video was helpful. Leave me a comment below and tell me, or if you have any further questions, or if you want a specific video that I can film for you. I hope to see you next time. Until then, bye.